progressively got worse, and then you would turn on, there was like this much that you could see of the TV. So I was doing my makeup today. I was like gonna get dressed just because I don't like just being in pajamas like for so many days. So they came in and they're like, "Are you dressed?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So they come and they have the TV and they put on my vanity, and I'm like, "Why?" Like, I'm very like weird when I get surprised. I'm like, why'd you get it? And they're like, "'Cause yours was broken." And I was like, "Oh, okay." It was my brothers that bought it for me, so like not my mom or anything. So I was like, "Oh, like thanks." I was like, "Oh, thank you." So I got a new TV actually. It's the brand Vizio, I think. Yeah, it's at the bottom. There's their mouth, but yeah. And then my bed came in a long time ago, but then when my dad had COVID, which I think I talked about, yeah, when my dad had COVID, like he couldn't, he didn't want to be near us and anything like that. So I finally dropped it off today, which actually you can't even see it. Give me a sec. It's right there. I need to put it up, but there's so many parts, like so many. So I was gonna put it up because I don't know how to do that. I'm gonna end up doing it wrong. But yeah, and like he had said he had a gift, but I didn't know if it was for me. And then when he called me like on FaceTime or something, I showed him the TV, and he was like, "Who got it for you?" And I was like, "Oh, the boys." And she was like, "Oh, show Lisa," which is his girlfriend. And what's it called? She was like, or like, "Oh," and then she started like laughing like awkwardly, and I was like, he was like, "Okay, like I'll be there in a little bit." So he hung up, and like at that second, I knew. I was like, he got me a TV, and he had been saying too that he might get me one, but he was saying that, but like it had been like a few weeks, and he hadn't got me one, and I also didn't know they were gonna buy me one. So then he gets here, and then I see the TV too, and I was like, "Oh, like you bought me a TV?" And he was like, "Yeah, it was like 4K Amazon Fire Stick Alexa thing." It was like, I don't know, but I was like, I just got one like the same day. So yeah, I was like, "Well, you can like take it back because I already set this one up." I was like, "And then you can just get your money back extra, like, so you could just have that money that you didn't have to spend on TV, basically." So, but that was really nice of him, and really nice of my brother to give me a TV. I really appreciated it because I've been watching like TV on my phone and stuff. Why did the brightness just like go down? So, also, if you guys want a little update on my brother, so if you didn't see that video where I talked about it, because it was just a regular video, it wasn't meant to be a whispered ramble. My brother works at Spectrum, so he like sets up like cable and Wi-Fi and stuff. I'm assuming. I honestly don't know. And he was like at a apartment complex that is 2 stories, and he had a ladder was on the top. Basically, he fell off the ladder onto the concrete, and yeah, so he had like a hard hat on and stuff like that. So he was okay for the most part. He just has like right here, like scratched up and bruised. And then they took him to the med clinic, I think. I don't remember. And they gave him a boot. So like 2 or 3 summers ago, he was playing basketball and broke his foot, I think, or his ankle. And like where he has the boot on, they think it's in like the same spot. I don't know if they said if it's broken or what, but yeah. So, but he's fine. He's literally over there. He's fine. They give him like crutches and stuff, but he'll be okay. And for my last whispered ramble, I said that my nephew had COVID. And then his mom ended up getting COVID, which is my brother's girlfriend, because they were together. So they have a just like stay out there the whole day in case I get confused and I'm like, let's just go, you know? But I don't know. Yeah. Also, my flowers that I have, they're dying, so I need to get new ones or just throw them away. Oh, okay, so I have a baby blanket. My baby blanket is as old as me, so I'll get it when I can use it. Okay. It's 16, I've had this thing for 16 years. And so, up until I think we like moved here, which was like 7 months ago, I used this thing all the time. Well, a few months before we moved, I had kind of stopped using it. But like, I would not let this thing go. Like, I slept with it no matter what. This thing wouldn't even cover me. But it was just like an attachment thing. And I still have it. Like, I couldn't get rid of it, but I don't sleep with it anymore. But this thing, like, okay, so it like it hadn't been washed in forever. So like it smelled, and I was like, okay, mom, can you wash it? It stinks. But so my grandma made it for me before I was born. And it's like strawberry shortcake thing, with like hearts and stuff. I don't know. I don't feel like unfolding it completely, but it just looks like this all around. So I think she just bought this, and then it's gone on here, but like she made holes and then like put yarn. But okay, the yarn was like, it's so jacked up, there's like barely any yarn on it. It was like this pink color, like super light pink, right? And it was like, oh, okay, so I have another one, a Little Mermaid one that my grandma also made me to replace this one, but I never used it because it wasn't the same. But it would like go like all the like, it was more yarn. But now this yarn is like missing everywhere, and it's like torn, missing. It smells good because my mom just washed it last night, and I haven't like used it or anything. It's just sitting on my chair. But yeah, it's an attachment. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but if you do, I posted on my Instagram story like the Little Miss Notes app thing. I reposted it, and it said Little Miss Baby Blanket. This is what I was talking about. Let's see what else like has been going, or like I can talk about. I'm honestly not excited for school to start, just because it means I have to go to school and like wake up early, and like this summer felt like it went by really fast. And I don't even care that I don't know anyone, because it's honestly gonna be like how I was at my old school for like the last few months of school, when I stopped talking to all my friends and literally had no one. So I was like walking to class by myself, didn't talk to anyone, sat by myself at lunch, like didn't talk to anyone all day, and except for my guy friends, but it was mainly after school. But they were always like, anyways. But so I'm like not that worried, just because about being alone. Yes, it sucked. Well, at least at my old school it sucked. But like, I don't really care because I went through that already, you know. But it's so windy outside right now. But I just don't want to like do school, go back to school, you know, have to learn and do schoolwork, just go to school, you know. So, but I've kind of just told myself that I'm not gonna let school like destroy me like it had last year towards the end, and the year, my freshman year, with like online stuff. But my freshman year, I was in like the worst state of mind, and was in like the worst mental health I've ever had. And I don't really struggle with mental health too much, but that year was like, it was bad. And like at that time, again, I didn't have any friends, and like my mental health was so bad, not because of school. I think it was just because I was like lonely. I don't know. it was just because I was lonely and I would not leave my room, and I don't know, it just kind of happened. And what's it called? So the schoolwork wasn't hard. Some of it was kind of, but not really at all when I think about it. It was just my mental health was so bad, it started to affect my schoolwork, and I just got lazy and didn't want to do any of it. So yeah, and then this past year I was like, oh my god, like it's going so good. Like freshman year was horrible for me. Like I couldn't even tell you, it was bad. So I was like doing good, I was making new friends, I was having fun for the most part, doing like what a high schooler does. And then like towards the end of the year, like I stopped talking to all my friends. I kind of just like lost them. So that kind of went to crap. Yeah. So in my head, I'm like, it can't get worse. It could, but let's hope not. Because I dealt with the whole mental health thing. I dealt with being alone and for months and losing friends. So like, I'm like, okay, now what? Like, hopefully it can't get any worse. Last year, like, academically, the only thing I struggled with was English, but in the end, like, I pulled through, you know, like, it was hard, and I didn't think I was gonna pull through, but I did. And the only reason I pulled through is because my final exam, I got a 99 on, which, girl, don't ask me how. Don't ask me that, because I didn't study for that exam. I don't know. Like, all my grades in that class, even from the beginning, were never A's. I never got a single A in that class. And so I was at, like, for the semester, I had like a 60 something, and for like the 9 weeks, it was lower than that. So I was like, I just need to get a 70 to pass the semester. And me and this girl that I met that year from my Spanish class were going over, and she's like, okay, that you need this many points, like, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I was always stressing about it because I had Spanish before I had English, so I would talk to her like about like the projects and everything like that. And so the final exam, I checked 99. I was like, what? No way. Because sometimes on our quizzes or tests we would do so bad, you would give everyone like an extra 10 or 15 points. So yeah. And then I think, no, for a test or something like that, we had a note card, and he didn't tell us this, but like if you did a note card, which like you could use on the test, you got an extra like 5 points, which like you didn't know until you did it. So I'm like, no way, this dude had to have like given me an extra 40 points or something. But like, I don't think so, because even my friends that got better, not my friends, but this guy in my class that I knew got like better grades than me in that class. He got a lower grade than I did. So I was like, I don't know what's going on, but I'll take it, because I ended up passing the semester with a 75. So yeah, I don't know exactly what my classes are going to be like at my new school, just because the classes are a little bit different, because I picked my classes for my old school, and they said that they're going to do their best to like kind of mimic my schedule. So I don't know how that's going to work, because I don't know their classes, like especially electives. Obviously they're going to have like math, English, whatever, but like elective wise, I don't even remember what I picked really. So I don't know what kind of electives they have over here, but at my old school they had like pretty cool electives. Some of them was like nursing, and like the people that were in that program would like wear scrubs around school. There was like dental assistant, stuff like that. You had to like fill out an application for that and stuff, but like you could do it. It was like juniors and seniors, but yeah, we had cosmetology too, which the building that was in, I had 2 classes in, and it wasn't in the morning because my one class that I had there was first period, but my other one was 7th. But and when I would go in there, and like the restroom was downstairs and my class was upstairs, so when you would go downstairs like straight down as a cosmetology class, and you would smell like hair burning bad. And I'm like, oh, jeez. But yeah, it's just kind of like sad though, not because I have anything at my own school to like keep me there, but it's just like the memories that I made there, the teachers that I knew there, like it's what I've kind of like known, and that whole area I've lived there my whole life. So moving, yeah, so it does make me kind of sad, and sometimes like I don't cry, but like I get teary-eyed because it's like sad to like leave everything behind. So, and none of my other, well, okay, my cousin has, but my brothers never had to move schools. So I was like, what? Because we would move a lot. Like we never owned a house until this house. My mom never owned a house until this house, and she would always say like, no, I'd never make y'all move. Yeah, what about me? But I guess I get it, you know. My mom was getting to that point where she was ready to move out, and she wanted more for herself. So I get it, but it's just like tough. Like I'm making it seem like the end of the world, but it's more just because it's just sad leaving the place that I've like known. Even though technically I only went there for a year, but like everything's like, I think about like my school email's gonna change, my like ID number is gonna change because it's a whole new district. So I'm like, oh God, it's no longer gonna be I'm just gonna say any ISD, that's my district. It's gonna be NISD. Everything's gonna be different. I follow my districts, my old districts page on Instagram because they would always post a bunch of stuff, and I followed our school like student council page mainly for football season because they would always post the spirit, like what the spirit things were for the football game. And I just started following my new district's Instagram, but I'm like, who runs this? It's not as good as ours. It's not as good as ours at all. Like, my old districts already posted like the schedule, and they posted like the bells. They posted the bell schedule. They posted when they start. They posted a lot of stuff, but over here they don't really post anything. And I'm gonna have to follow like the stuff. Basically, that's just gonna keep me up to date about everything. But that's the kind of stuff I think about, like the smaller things that I'm like, it's gonna have to change, you know. But yeah. Let's see. Oh my God, what is that? I don't know what else to talk about. I'm wearing my dunks today. I can't reach my foot up that high. Yeah. I don't know what else to talk about. This video is 26 minutes long. Which usually my whispered rambles are like 25 minutes long. Let's see. I really want to go get my nails done, but I don't have money for that. Oh, speaking of money, I've applied for 9 jobs in total. 9, you guys. 9. And not a single one has emailed me back. At this point, I'm just desperate. I'm like, any place that will hire me. So, I don't think I'm gonna get a job, but I was hoping before summer ended that I would, but I don't think so. I was wishing that I would, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But I also don't have like a resume. So my mom said that she might make me one, but at the same time, like there's not much I can put on it because I didn't play any sports in high school. Well, yeah, I didn't play any sports freshman year or sophomore year. And I mean, I'm not planning on, I'm not athletic at all. football, whatever they were playing at the moment, or whatever they had played. But you can't do that on mine because I didn't play any sport, and I wasn't like involved. So I wasn't like in NHS, I wasn't in student council, I wasn't in any clubs. It just wasn't me. But I feel like, I don't know, I'm just not that kind of gal. But like, I think it also depends on the kind of friends that you have. Like, if you make friends with the people that are involved in like 2 clubs, then it'll kind of make you like kind of want to do it if you are friends with those people or make friends with those people, you know. But I'm very like, usually when I make friends or get close to people, it's just like on accident. Like, I don't try a lot to communicate with them like in the beginning to like start becoming closer and become friends, just because like, I don't know, I just like it's awkward. So usually all my friendships come just like naturally. But so I think that's also why it's hard for me to make friends, because like my mom's like would just like talk to them and like ask them like if they want to hang out, and I'm like, no. So like it's also my fault, but I'm just not like that. I don't know. So hopefully some friendships will come naturally this year. Because if not, I ain't ever gonna make no friends. Or like I'll have people to talk to, but like actual friends I won't have. I'm like, girl, you got junior year, which is the last